name is Gabriel Calderon, and today we have a guest, Alan Murra. He's going to talk about globalization.
Nice to meet you. We're going to talk about globalization, and it's a pleasure to come here to your program, TV, and talk about it. And I bring some friends that I'm going to talk about the topic too, with other extra material. Globalization is the first thing I'm going to talk about it, the definition. Globalization implies the opening of local and nationalist perspective to a broader outlook of an interconnected and interdependent world with a free transfer of capital, goods and services across national frontiers.
Our second guest, Daniel Sabah.
Good afternoon. Well, we're talking about globalization. My name is Daniel Zabaga. There are 4 types of globalization: economic, political, social, and cultural. First, we're going to take the economic. Well, there are some things involved in the economic part. Okay, first we got about the world trade. Okay. The world trades are related to the trading blocks, which trading blocks are groups of countries that are in an agreement in which they agree for free trade. They try to avoid the tariffs or eradicate them, and they have some kind of ally. Okay, these trades allows the movement between products, between goods, resources, and the free movement of people between the countries that are in the trading bloc. The most famous trading blocs are like NAFTA, the Asian, the United Nations, and Mercosur in Latin America. For example, the NAFTA agreement includes Canada, United States, and Mexico. For example, Mexico has received around 279 billion of income from the US. Communication has 2 parts: the social media and the means of transportation. Okay, the social media is maybe the most important part because it involves all the people around the world, related with technology, social networks mainly. Okay, internet, and the ability of call a friend or some family. If you are in the United States and you want to talk with a friend of China, you can just call him. You can just make a video call or something like that. And we go to the other side. In means of transportation, okay, technology also has development, also has this increase. Okay, so now you can travel from one country to this other country, which is in the other continent. Yep. You can use an airplane, but not just one.
Come on. Our final guest, Ángel. Touch the topic about globalization. We saw the political globalization, the economical globalization, and the social globalization. Now, well, the final topic is the cultural globalization. What is this cultural globalization? It's like a new, industry come to your country. It's from China, comes to Mexico, and then they bring new cultural features. They bring new customs, new people, a new language, and they have to be implemented in your country. So globalization makes your country a type of multidiversal, multicultural place, so you have to be involved in all this culture. And also globalization, in cultural globalization involves like all the like features, you know, all the features that comes with new employment, new citizens coming to your country from another country, new like I don't know, religion, also a lot of new things, and the ethnicity also is coming to your country. Yeah, like you are going to develop like type of balance between these two cultures. You know, like you have to coexist with some people of other countries, and this makes like your country more globalized.
Well, globalization has its pros and its cons. Okay, so we're gonna take one pro and one con of each part of globalization. One of social, blah blah blah. Okay, so social has one con, a huge con. So I just mentioned that in globalization, the movement of people is involved, but this movement of people, which we can call migration, creates that discrimination of people in other countries. This means that if a Mexican goes to the US and he has a job, a normal job, a normal life, the Americans or the people from there will discriminate him because of its skin, because of its appearance, or its traits, yeah, features. Okay, and one pro is that
Pros of political factors caused by globalization are that taxes are getting low because the threats and all the stuff that are occurring in the political process of the countries. But if you're talking about cons of the globalization in politics, there are a lot of tragic diplomacy problems, because all the threats are generating conflict with other countries that they don't want to include them into the trade.
Cultural pros, you bring foreign investment, you have a more like diverse culture or country, I don't know. And the cons, you have like the loss of your nationalism and patriotic. The cons of cultural globalization.
It's correct, globalization.
Okay, I know. The cons of cultural globalization is like the loss of your nationalism and patriotic features.
One cons about the globalization, both in general, is that globalization is affecting our environment, in the atmosphere, in the ecosystems, and all that type of environmental types. So one pro about the globalization is that it's helping us in the developing of new technologies, helping us in the communication, helping us in traveling, and can know about more of other cultures. And that's all we have to say of globalization.
Globalization is something that we can never stop because it is always increasing and growing in other countries, and that it takes us to a more civilization world.